We are going to be working on formatting our Excel files, and we are going to be entering some formulas and some functions into various spreadsheets, but primarily our focus is going to be on formatting the worksheets. So we're going to go ahead and open up this EL1C3 folder, and the file that we need is CM products. So we're going to go ahead and open up that. And I'm going to pull this over so you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and enable editing. And I'm going to quickly here save it under a little different name so that I still have my original. And this new version is the one that you would be turning in. So I'm going to go to File and Save As. And then right in front of the name, I'm going to enter 3-. And then I'm going to click on Save. It's going to put it in the same location. And our first little task here is going to be to enter a formula. So I'm going to go over and activate cell D2. And they want us to multiply the price by the number. So I'm going to start it with an equal sign because it's a calculation. And I'm going to click on price, and that puts B2 in the cell. Then I'm going to enter an asterisk for multiplication, and I'm going to click on cell C2, which contains the number we need to multiply by. And then I'm going to go ahead and press enter. And that displays the result. And then they want me to copy the formula in cell D2 down through cell 14. So I'm clicking on the result because that's where the formula is located. And you can see it up here in the formula bar. And then I'm going to position over that fill handle, and I'm going to left drag down. Now you'll notice that some of the cells have little pound signs in them, and that just means that the column is not wide enough to display the number. So you either need to widen the column or you need to change the number format so that it doesn't take up so much space. And what we're going to be practicing and using is different techniques to increase the column width. So the very first technique we're going to use, I call it the drag method, and we're going to use this technique on column D. We are going to position the mouse on that line between your columns. And you'll notice when it's on the line between the column letters that it appears as a double-headed arrow. Okay? Whenever you see a double-headed arrow, you can left drag and change the size. And what we're going to do is left drag. So I've got my finger on the left button and I'm keeping that button pushed down. And I'm going to left drag towards the right, and that'll make it bigger. And I'm going to shoot for 11. Now this is a very hard technique to get perfect. And as you can see now, I'm finally at 11, and I'm going to release. Normally when I use the drag method, I don't try to get a specific number. I actually look at the data in the column and I left drag until the column is visually wide enough. Okay? Trying to get a specific number using left drag is not easy. The next thing they would like us to do is go down to cell D15 and insert the sum function. So I'm just going to click on the auto sum button, and you'll notice it guesses the correct range of cells. So I'm just going to go ahead and press enter on that. Now they would like us to change the widths of columns A and B, and we're going to be using the drag method for this as well. And we can actually change the width of both at the same time. So I'm going to take my mouse right on letter A, and I'm going to drag it over A and B. And then to adjust both of these, what works best for me is to pick one of the middle borders between the columns, and in this case there is only one. So I'm right on that middle line between A and B, and this is where I'm going to left drag. So I'm going to press the left button and keep my finger on it, and I'm going to go to the right to make it bigger, and they want 10.33 there. And as you can see, it does take me a little while to get to 10.33, but once you have the right size, then you can release your left button. Now for column C, this is going to be an easy one. What they would like is for it to accommodate the largest or longest entry. And so that is the best fit method. So if you take your mouse on the line between C and D, all you need to do is double click. Okay, and double clicking on that line will display the column's largest entry. And in this case, if you look in the column, the largest entry is the column heading. So when we double clicked, it adjusted the width for that heading. And at this point, we're done adjusting columns and entering data. We are going to click on Save. And the next video is going to show you a little different way of adjusting the column widths. This video displayed how to use the drag method and how to use best fit.